Here is the truth, folks. Most men have no idea when a woman is thinking about sleeping with them and when she is just being polite. You sit across from her, the conversation is smooth, she smiles, touches your arm, leans in a little. Afterward, you go home replaying the night, wondering if you missed your shot. Meanwhile, she was dropping signals, trying not to look easy, hoping you would understand without forcing her to spell it out. You are not alone here. Let me be real with you, my friend. Women almost never say, "I want to sleep with you." They say other things, sentences that sound innocent but are loaded with desire underneath. If you cannot read those lines, you either push too hard and make her uncomfortable, or you freeze and watch the moment die in front of you. I am not here to baby you. I am here to wake you up. In this video, I am going to walk you through 10 specific things a woman will say when she is open to taking things further with you without wanting to look cheap. You will learn how to read them, how to stay calm, and how to respond like a stoic man who does not chase but leads. Hit subscribe if you are ready to stop guessing and start understanding women. Let's get into it. Number 1. Your trouble. Let me be straight with you, folks. When a woman looks at you with that half smile and says you are trouble, she is not warning you. She is revealing herself. Women do not use that line on men they feel nothing toward. They use it on men who stir something in them, something they cannot fully control. And the funny part is, they say it like a joke. But underneath there is excitement, curiosity, and a little spark of desire that she is trying to manage without looking obvious. This line means you have an edge, she notices. Maybe it is your confidence. Maybe it is your calm. Maybe it is the way you hold eye contact without flinching. Whatever it is, she feels it enough that she has to label it. Women in their 40s and 50s know exactly what they are saying when they call a man trouble. They have lived enough life to see through weak men, and when someone disrupts their emotional balance in a good way, the instinctive reaction is to tease. Teasing is a doorway to attraction. Take Jeff, 54, from Montana. After his divorce, he kept telling himself he did not understand women anymore. Then he met Karen, 52, at a local brewery. She had a sharp wit that matched his, and the banter flowed fast. At one point, after he leaned in and challenged her opinion about traveling alone, she laughed, tapped the edge of her glass and said, "You are trouble." She did not say it to shut him down. She said it because she felt the tension rising and liked it. Jeff, without overreacting, smiled and held her gaze. He understood what was happening. She was signaling interest without handing away her position. Here is the key, my friend. When she says you are trouble, she is giving you permission to lead the moment. She is saying you affect her. She is saying she notices something in you that most men do not carry. Women want a man who can create a shift in the energy without being sloppy or aggressive. They want a man who knows how to stay grounded while things heat up. In the video you studied, this was exactly the point. When she calls you trouble, she is not rejecting you. She is telling you she is aware of how she feels and is trying to keep it playful while checking how steady you are. Stoicism fits here perfectly. A stoic man does not chase excitement. He creates it by being himself. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When she calls you trouble, she is checking your mastery. Do you panic? Do you shrink? Do you get arrogant? Or do you stay calm, present, and lightly amused? The last one is what pulls her deeper, because nothing is more attractive to a mature woman than a man who can build tension without losing himself. Your job is simple. Hold the moment, smile a little, keep your voice steady. Let her feel the weight of your presence without explaining anything. She will remember that. She will think about it later, and she will be more open to letting the connection move somewhere real. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I hold power. Stick with me, because the next part reveals an even stronger signal most men completely miss. Number 2. You smell great. Let's be real, folks. When a woman tells you that you smell great, she is not talking about your cologne. She is talking about closeness. Women do not compliment a man's scent unless they are paying attention to his body. They will compliment your shirt, your haircut, even your watch, without feeling anything deeper. But scent is personal. It requires proximity. It means she let herself get close enough to notice, and she liked what she felt in that moment. That is not accidental. That is attraction working underneath the surface. This is one of the simplest phrases on the list, yet it carries one of the strongest signals. When she says you smell great, she is imagining what it feels like to be even closer to you. Maybe she is thinking about hugging you, leaning into you, standing near you, or even kissing you. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s do not waste compliments on a man's scent unless they want more physical connection. It is her way of saying, I am comfortable being near you, without admitting the whole truth. And here is where most men mess this up. They either react too big, treating the compliment like a green light to pounce, or they dismiss it entirely, pretending it means nothing. Both reactions break the moment. A Stoic man knows the power of restraint. Epictetus said no great thing is created suddenly. Attraction grows through subtle cues, small openings, and quiet signals that build momentum. When she notices your scent, she is opening that door gently. Your job is not to rush through it. Your job is to stay steady and let the moment breathe. Think about what is happening inside her. Women are highly tuned to emotional and physical energy. When she compliments your scent, she is revealing that her senses are activated around you. She is feeling you, not just hearing you. She is experiencing you in a way that is emotional and physical at the same time. That is why this phrase is more important than it seems. It tells you she is moving toward you, even if she is trying to keep it subtle enough to protect her image. The right response is not to giggle, blush, or brag. The right response is presence. A small smile, a quiet thanks, a slight shift toward her, not away. You let the weight of her words sit in the air for a moment, so she feels her own attraction more clearly. Women remember men who handle these moments with calm confidence. They feel safer leaning in when your energy stays grounded. And this line almost always means the same thing. She wants more time with you. She is open to physical closeness. She is imagining possibilities she is not ready to verbalize. If you stay composed, the connection deepens naturally. If you panic or overreact, the moment slips away. Remember this, my friend. When a woman sees a man as just a friend, she never compliments his scent. But when she wants you, she notices details other men never get credit for. Her senses reveal her interest long before her words do. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I stay grounded. Stay tuned, because the next part exposes a phrase even stronger than this one. Number 3. I don't usually do this. Let me be real with you, folks. When a woman says, I do not usually do this, she is not giving you her life story. She is protecting her image while still moving toward you. Women want to feel desired, but they also want to feel respected. They want to open the door without looking like they flung it wide open, so they soften the moment with this line. It is her way of saying, I am stepping outside my usual boundaries because something about you feels different. Pay attention, because this sentence tells you far more than she wants to admit. Take Ethan, 52, from Oregon. After a long stretch of unfulfilling dates, he met Laura, 50, at a quiet jazz bar. They talked for hours, the kind of conversation where time disappears. When he suggested grabbing a late bite afterward, she hesitated, then smiled and said, I do not usually do this. She was not rejecting him. She was signaling that she was about to break her own pattern. She wanted him to understand the moment mattered to her. Ethan kept his tone steady, nodded gently, and said, Let's take it slow then. That calm response made her trust the moment even more. This line appears when attraction is already alive. She is not trying to hold you back. She is trying to manage the story she tells herself. Women do not want to feel like they jumped into something too fast, even when their body and emotions are pushing them forward. Saying "I do not usually do this" gives her emotional cover. It lets her move closer without guilt or fear of judgment. And a man who understands that becomes far more attractive instantly. Here is what you must remember, my friend. Do not overreact. Do not laugh too big. Do not act shocked. Stay grounded. A Stoic man knows that his job is not to push her into anything. His job is to create a space where she feels safe to follow her own desire. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If your mindset is calm and not needy, her desire grows naturally. If you rush, question, or pressure her, the moment collapses. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s especially use this line because they care about how they present themselves. They carry experience, responsibilities, and a stronger sense of identity. They do not want to look reckless. So this phrase lets them stay in integrity while still showing interest. It is not a warning. It is permission wrapped in caution. Your response should match her energy. A soft smile, a simple "I get it," or even a slow nod. This tells her you respect her pace, and that respect builds trust. Trust builds openness. Openness builds connection. When she says, "I do not usually do this," she is telling you she is ready to take a step. You just need to stay steady enough for her to take it. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I respect pace. Let's keep going, because the next signal becomes even clearer for men who know how to read it. Number 4. It's getting late, but this is so much fun. Let me be honest with you, folks. When a woman says it is getting late, but this is so much fun, she is not giving you a schedule update. She is telling you she should be going, but she does not want to. Women do not verbalize that kind of conflict unless they feel pulled in two directions. On one side, she has her rules, her routine, her desire to seem in control. On the other side, she is enjoying you. She is enjoying the moment. And she does not want it to end. That tension is where attraction lives. Most men misunderstand this line. They hear the words, "It is getting late," and panic. They start wrapping up the night, apologizing for keeping her out too long, or backing off because they think she is signaling that she is done. But listen closely. If she truly wanted to leave, she would end the sentence with, "It is getting late," period. The moment she adds, "but this is so much fun," she is signaling that she is open to staying longer or to shifting the night into something more personal if you lead it with confidence and calm. This is where Stoicism becomes your advantage. A Stoic man does not react emotionally to the first half of the sentence. He listens to the whole message. Epictetus taught that we are disturbed not by things, but by the view we take of them. If you only hear the part that sounds like a goodbye, you miss the invitation. But if you stay grounded, you hear the truth she is giving you. She is torn, and she wants to see whether you can handle the moment without losing your center. This sentence appears most often when the energy is good. The conversation is flowing, the connection is natural, and the emotional rhythm between you two feels effortless. She feels herself getting comfortable, maybe a little too comfortable, and she is trying to manage that feeling without shutting the night down. So she gives you a hint, a soft doorway, a chance to lead. Your response matters more than you think. If you push too hard, you break the mood. If you rush, you make her feel judged. If you act indifferent, she feels rejected. The right move is simple confidence, a small smile, a relaxed tone, something like, "I get it," or "We do not have to rush." That steadiness tells her you understand the moment and you respect her pace. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s value a man who can read emotional nuance. They notice when a man knows how to hold space without forcing anything. And here is the part you need to understand. She would not say this to a man she feels nothing for. If she were bored, uncomfortable, or uninterested, she would cut the night cleanly. Women do not extend a moment that is draining them. They extend a moment that is pulling them in. That little phrase is her way of telling you you are worth bending her routine for. She may not say it directly, but she feels it. So you acknowledge the feeling without overthinking it. You give her the comfort of knowing she does not have to choose right away. When a woman feels both safe and excited, that is when connection deepens. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I read signals. Stay tuned, because the next part exposes an even clearer sign that she is ready to move the night forward. And before we continue, my friend, if you want deeper training on Stoic attraction, how to read female signals, and how to lead with calm confidence, consider joining the channel membership. It supports the work here and gives you access to lessons most men will never learn. Number 5. Do you live close by? Let's be real, folks. When a woman asks, do you live close by, she is not suddenly curious about your mailing address. This question is one of the clearest signals that she is thinking about extending the night in a more private direction. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s do not casually ask this unless they already feel safe, attracted, and open to possibilities that go beyond the public space you're in. It does not guarantee she wants to sleep with you, but it absolutely means she is thinking about what could happen if the two of you were somewhere quieter, more personal, and less watched. Take Brian, 57, from Michigan. After years of uneventful first dates, he met Melissa, 54, at a small Italian restaurant downtown. They had been talking for over 2 hours, laughing, sharing stories about raising kids and rebuilding their lives after divorce. As they stepped outside, the air had cooled and the street was quiet. Melissa looked around, then looked at him and asked, "Do you live close by?" Brian did not panic, did not start imagining the entire night ahead. He simply nodded and said, "A few blocks away. Why?" Melissa smiled and said, "I was wondering if we could walk a bit." That was her way of saying, "I am comfortable enough to stay in your orbit longer." And that moment changed everything. This line works because it sits right between subtle and bold. She is not asking to go home with you directly. She is gauging the possibility. She wants to know whether continuing the night is even realistic. She wants to know if you are nearby, because proximity makes things easier, safer, and more natural. If you tell her you live far away, the energy shifts. But if you live close, her mind begins exploring the option without her having to admit it out loud. The key here, my friend, is how you respond. Do not jump in with big assumptions. Do not make sexual jokes. Do not act like she just granted you a wish. Women lose interest fast when a man takes a subtle moment and turns it into a performance. A Stoic man stays composed. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by anything external, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it." The same is true here. Do not let your excitement distort your presence. Your steadiness is part of what brought her to this moment. Keep your tone warm but grounded. Something simple like, "I am nearby," or "a short walk from here" is enough. Then let her make the next move. If she wants to walk, she will say it. If she wants to continue talking somewhere quieter, she will suggest it. You do not need to force anything. A woman asking this question is already inviting the possibility. Your job is not to ruin it by rushing. And remember this: a woman who feels nothing for you will never ask where you live. She will head straight to her car, call it a night, and keep things clean. But when she wants to stretch the moment to explore the chemistry, to see what might happen if the two of you had more privacy, she asks, "Do you live close by?" Pay attention when it happens. It is not small talk. It is direction. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I stay aware. Stick with me because the next phrase reveals even more about her intentions. Number 6. Do you think I'm really that innocent? Let's be clear, folks. When a woman asks, do you think I am really that innocent? She is not looking for a character evaluation. She is testing the dynamic between you. On the surface, it sounds playful. Underneath it is charged. Women use this line when they want you to see a side of them that is not so polished, not so controlled, and definitely not so innocent. It is her way of saying, there is more to me than what I let most men see. And she wants to know if you can handle that without losing your balance. This question shows up when the attraction has already stretched past the surface, and she is comfortable enough to push the boundary a little. She is checking whether you view her as a fragile good girl or a woman with depth, desire, and complexity. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s especially care about this. They do not want to be stuffed into a box. They want to feel seen in the fullness of who they are. But they also do not want to announce their sexual energy directly, because doing that can make them feel exposed. So they wrap it in humor, in a question, in something that sounds harmless. But the intent is not harmless. Most men fall into one of two traps here. They either act shocked, trying to reassure her that she is a perfect angel, which kills the tension instantly, or they go too far the other direction and turn the moment crude. Both reactions break the rhythm. What she is looking for is the man who can stand still in the tension, a man who hears the message underneath without overreacting, a man who understands that the moment is supposed to feel charged. This is where Stoicism becomes your secret weapon. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." The same principle applies to attraction. Slow your reaction. Do not jump. Do not panic. Let the moment breathe. When she asks, "Do you think I am really that innocent?" she is watching your face, your posture, your tone. She wants to see if you stay grounded or if you crumble under pressure. A grounded man simply smiles and answers with something calm, like, "I think there is more to you than you let on." You acknowledge her without handing her all your cards. That balance builds desire. What she is really doing with this question is giving you a preview of her edges. She is revealing that she has a playful side, a flirtatious side, maybe even a rebellious side, and she wants you to notice it. But she also wants to preserve a sense of mystery, so she frames it as a challenge. When you meet that challenge with steady energy, you make her feel understood instead of judged. And that is where deeper attraction grows. Also, remember this: if she had no interest in you, she would never bring up innocence at all. Women protect their image around men they do not want. They hide their playful side, not showcase it. So when she teases you with this question, she is not distancing herself. She is stepping closer while pretending she is not. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I stay steady. Stay with me, because the next phrase takes this whole dynamic to an even more undeniable level. Number 7. You're different. Let me tell you something real, folks. When a woman looks at you and says you are different, she is not talking about your clothes, your haircut, or the way you order coffee. She is talking about how you make her feel. Women meet men all the time. Most blend together. Same lines, same energy, same predictable behavior. So when she says you are different, that is not a small compliment. That is her telling you that you stand out in a way she did not expect. And women do not say this lightly, especially women in their 40s and 50s. This line appears when she has already compared you to the men in her past, whether she says it or not. You have shown her something unusual. Maybe it is your calm. Maybe it is your confidence. Maybe it is the fact that you do not chase, yet you do not hide. You stay steady. You speak directly. You listen without trying to impress. That is rare. And women notice rare immediately. Take Mark, 58, from Colorado. After a long stretch of lukewarm dates, he met Denise, 55, through a hiking group. They walked together for nearly an hour, talking about life changes, career pivots, and raising adult kids. Denise kept glancing at him, almost studying him. Eventually she smiled and said, "You are different." She did not mean quirky. She meant stable. She meant masculine without being loud. She meant he made her feel something she had not felt in a long time, curiosity mixed with comfort. That combination is powerful, my friend. This phrase means she has moved you into a separate mental category. She sees traits in you she does not associate with most men. And here is the important part. When a woman says you are different, she is giving you room to lead. She is telling you she feels good around you, off balance in the best way, and she wants to know what you will do with that energy. Different does not mean weird. Different means compelling, but there is something deeper going on. Women use this line when they feel safe enough to reveal their growing interest without looking too forward. Saying you are different lets her express attraction while keeping her dignity. She can compliment you without sounding eager. She can show you she is paying attention without laying everything on the table. It is subtle, but that is what makes it effective. Your response should not be needy or flattered. Do not say "really how." Do not dig for more approval. A Stoic man accepts the moment without clinging to it. A simple smile, a quiet "good to know," or even a gentle nod communicates that you hear her, but you are not fishing for validation. That is exactly the energy she is responding to in the first place. Marcus Aurelius said the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Hold thoughts rooted in calm strength, and that is the color she sees in you. Remember this. Women do not say you are different to men they feel nothing toward. If she feels neutral, she stays polite. If she feels uncomfortable, she closes off. But when she feels intrigued, open and drawn in, this line is one of the first ways she reveals it. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I stand out. Stay tuned, because the next phrase removes all doubt about where her mind is heading. Number 8. So, what now? Let's be honest here, folks. When a woman looks at you after a long night together and says so, what now? She is not confused. She knows exactly what is happening between you. This line shows up when the chemistry is already alive, when the energy is warm, when neither of you wants the moment to end, but neither wants to be the one who openly pushes it forward. She is giving you space to lead without taking the risk herself. It is an invitation wrapped in uncertainty, and most men completely miss it. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s rarely ask open-ended questions like this unless they feel safe, attracted, and ready to see the next step. If she wanted to go home, she would say so. If she wanted to end the night, she would end it. Instead, she hands you the wheel. She is telling you, "I am open to what comes next, but I need to see what you choose." That is not hesitation. That is trust mixed with desire. Here is where a lot of men slip up. They freeze. They take her question literally, as if she needs a detailed plan, or they overcompensate and push too far, too fast. Both break the rhythm. A woman says so. What now when she wants a man who can read the emotional context instead of scrambling for instructions? She wants direction, not pressure. She wants leadership, not demands. This is where Stoicism becomes a strength instead of a slogan. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That is exactly the mindset you need here. Do not let your excitement take over. Do not let fear of messing up cloud your judgment. Stay calm, stay grounded, let her question land, and then guide the moment with steady confidence. A simple, "let's take a walk," or "let's find somewhere quieter," can shift the energy naturally without crossing any lines. You are not forcing anything. You are just giving the night a direction. Her question also reveals something important about how she sees you. Women do not hand over control to men they do not trust. When she asks what now, she is telling you She believes you will make a choice that respects her comfort and honors the tension between you. She is letting you set the pace. That is no small thing. It means you have shown emotional presence all night, and she feels it. And here is the truth you need to remember. This line almost always appears at the tipping point of the night. You are either going home separately, or you are deepening the connection in a meaningful way. She knows that. You know that. The question is not really about logistics. It is about your ability to take initiative without losing your composure. Your answer determines the direction of the entire evening, so do not overthink it. Do not stall. Do not start explaining every possibility. Pick a calm next step and move. When she follows your lead, she does so because you earned it through your presence, not because you tried to impress her. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I lead calmly. Stay with me because the next phrase removes all mystery about what she is really feeling. Number 9. We're not having sex tonight. Let's be real, folks. When a woman looks at you and says we are not having sex tonight, most men hear rejection. But a man who understands women, especially mature women, hears something very different. If she had zero interest in sleeping with you, she would not bring sex up at all. She would keep things polite, keep things distant, and end the night cleanly. The moment she verbalizes the topic, she reveals that the thought is already in her mind. This line is not a wall. It is a guardrail. And it often shows up right before she lets the night unfold naturally. Take Daniel, 56, from Florida. After a long dinner with Marissa, 52, they ended up back in the parking lot, leaning against his car, still talking, still laughing. Both of them knew the moment had shifted. The air was different. Marissa brushed her hair behind her ear, took a breath and said, "We are not having sex tonight." Daniel did not flinch. He did not act disappointed. He stayed calm, nodded once, and kept the conversation warm and steady. That calmness made her feel safe. And ironically, that safety made her let the night move forward on its own terms. The line she had used to protect her image became a doorway instead of a barrier. Women use this phrase when attraction is strong, but emotion is stronger. She wants to feel like she is in control of the pace. She wants to maintain her dignity. She wants to be seen as a woman with standards, not someone who throws herself into a moment without thought. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s especially value this sense of self-respect because they have lived enough life to know how they want to be perceived. But here is the deeper truth. When a woman is truly not open to intimacy, she does not bring it up. She keeps the night simple. She stays in safe topics. She maintains distance. When she brings sex into the conversation on her own, even to deny it, it means she has already pictured the possibility. And she wants to say out loud that she is not that kind of woman, even though part of her is very aware of the chemistry. Your reaction is everything. If you act offended, you fail. If you act desperate, you fail even faster. But if you stay composed, if you smile lightly and say something steady like, "Relax, I am not rushing anything," she feels respected instead of cornered. That respect relaxes her defenses. And once her defenses relax, her desire often takes the lead. A Stoic man knows that pressure kills attraction, but presence lets attraction breathe. Women are not trying to trick you with this line. They are trying to protect the story they tell themselves about the moment. They want the connection, but they do not want to feel judged or reckless. When you show that you understand that, even without saying much, she sees you as someone she can trust. And trust is what unlocks everything that comes next. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I stay composed. Stay tuned, because the final phrase ties the entire psychology together in a way most men never understand. Number 10. I shouldn't feel this comfortable with you. Let's talk honestly, folks. When a woman says, "I should not feel this comfortable with you," she is not criticizing herself. She is confessing something she did not plan to reveal. Comfort is one of the strongest indicators of attraction, especially in mature women. They do not open up easily. They do not relax quickly. They certainly do not admit comfort unless something in you bypasses their usual defenses. So when she says this line, understand that she is acknowledging a shift inside her, one she did not expect. Unlike many of the other signals, this one is not playful or teasing. It is reflective. It comes out when she is aware of how deeply she is settling into your presence. Maybe she finds herself sharing more than she intended. Maybe she lets her guard down faster than she usually does. Maybe she feels seen, understood, or steady in a way that surprises her. This comfort is not casual. It is emotional closeness, and emotional closeness often leads to physical closeness if handled correctly. The important thing to realize is that this line is not about guilt. It is about vulnerability. Women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s have lived enough to understand the difference between excitement and safety. When she feels both with you at the same time, that is when this sentence appears. You make her feel relaxed but also drawn in, grounded but also curious. She feels like she can be herself, and that kind of comfort is rare. Most men make a mistake here. They rush into reassurance, saying things like, "You should feel comfortable, do not worry." That kills the moment because it shifts the focus away from the tension she just revealed. A Stoic man does not try to patch her feeling. He simply allows it. He holds the space. Epictetus wrote, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid," meaning, do not fear the silence. Do not fear the unknown. Let her sit in that feeling and notice how you react. Your calmness is what deepens the connection. This line also tells you she has already compared you to other men in her past, and you are surpassing them in ways she did not expect. She is used to being guarded. She is used to being cautious. But around you, her walls drop without effort. That can be both exciting and unsettling for her. She wants to maintain control, but the comfort she feels with you challenges that control. And instead of hiding it, she voices it to see how you respond. What she is really saying is, "This is moving faster than I anticipated, and I am not sure how to manage it." Your job is not to slow it down or speed it up. Your job is to stay present. Look at her with that steady, grounded expression. Speak calmly. Let the moment breathe. A simple line like, "I hear you," or "sometimes things just click," is enough. You are acknowledging the truth without smothering it. Remember this: women do not admit comfort with men they do not trust. They stay polite. They stay distant. They keep the interaction predictable. When she says, "I should not feel this comfortable with you," she is telling you that you are affecting her on a level that matters. That comfort is not weakness. It is a doorway. And it means you have already created an emotional environment where desire can move naturally. Now type this in the comments so it stays with you. I create comfort. Folks, if you paid attention today, you just learned how women communicate desire without saying it outright. These phrases are subtle on the surface but powerful underneath. And once you can read them, you stop guessing, stop overthinking, and start moving with the calm confidence of a man who understands female psychology and his own presence. Every signal we covered today shows you when a woman feels drawn to you, when she feels safe with you, and when she is letting the moment move forward without wanting to look too forward. If you use this knowledge well, you will avoid missing opportunities, avoid pushing too hard, and stay in control of yourself instead of being controlled by confusion. If you want deeper training on Stoic masculinity attraction and how to lead moments like these with clarity and strength, consider joining the channel membership. It is where I go far beyond what I can teach publicly here. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you do that now, so you never miss the next video. Thank you for watching, my friend. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow.